Good morning. Thank you for starting your day with Good Day Charlotte.
Listen, fast food danger, folks. Time to stop eating out and cook at home. Why? Because of you could be exposed to a dangerous chemical. Dr. Matthews is here to talk about a healthy alternative to eating out. We'll be right back. We all know there are a lot of good reasons to eat more fresh foods and home-cooked meals. Now new research shows we have another good reason to eat at home. Scientists found restaurant food and takeout meals may expose you to more toxic chemicals called per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances. You know, I can't say it right, so most of us just call it PFAS for short. Some PFAS chemicals have been linked to serious health problems, including an increased risk of cancer, obesity, high cholesterol, and more.
PFAS are what's known as forever chemicals, and that's because they essentially never break down naturally. So once they're made, they just accumulate in the environment, they end up in our water supply, they end up in our food, and they end up in us.
And nobody wants that. Fox 46 is getting results for your health this morning. We brought Dr. Deborah Matthews in to give us the scoop about these chemicals. Dr. Matthews, welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
Wow, this is a real kind of scary thing.
Yeah, one more thing for you to be worried about, right?
Yeah, really.
But the good news is that there are some things that we can do to protect ourselves and protect our families. So apart from trying to eat at home more often where you have more control, even in your own home, there are some things that you can do that make a difference.
Ooh, I like it. Starting with popcorn?
Starting with popcorn. You know, the microwave popcorn, right, is so easy, and we all love it.
Oh, my gosh. Our 10-year-old lives off of it.
That's right. But, you know, the inside lining, right, it's got this chemical coating on it. So
I thought that was
grease,
butter.
Well, it's got butter in there, too.
Okay.
But it's lined so that the buttery grease doesn't leak out of your bag. And that's the chemical that we're concerned about. So instead, make old-fashioned popped popcorn. Air popping is so easy. You can melt your own butter on it. It is actually a lot healthier for you. So in a pinch, if you go for the microwave popcorn, fine. But more often, go for the air popped.
Oh, and it's kind of fun, actually, for the kids to watch it.
Yeah, you watch it pour out there.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, something interesting that a lot of us have and which we enjoy is the convenience of non-stick cookware.
Yeah, who likes to scrub?
Nobody, but there are some dangers behind it, right?
That's right. So, you know, we all started off with these pans, right? The Teflon pans, the coating pans. And we found out that the chemical that is used to make the non-stick is harmful. So actually, years ago, they changed the kind of chemical that they use, but we still don't know whether the new chemical is any safer. And if your pan comes from another country, if it's not made in the United States, you don't really know what it's made out of.
Wow.
So instead of using this kind of non-stick pan, what we would recommend is good old-fashioned cast iron.
Oh, good idea. Okay.
They're heavy, but they're great.
Right.
Or stainless steel.
Okay.
And stainless steel, you can tell between aluminum and stainless steel because it's a little heavier.
It is, yeah.
Or a ceramic-coated pan. Those are all better options. They work great.
Yeah, there you go. And figure out your own way to do the non-stick instead of having it already made into the metal.
Exactly.
All right, so we are going to end up going out, especially if you have kids, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
What is important about when we come home with that food?
Yeah. So instead of keeping the food wrapped in the containers and heating them up in the containers that you're sent home from the restaurant, instead, stick them in glass containers, keep them in the fridge, and heat them up in a pan or in the glass container instead.
Now, what's wrong with the wrapping that these are already in?
Yeah, so the paper or the cardboard is coated with that plasticky coating, you know, and even pizza boxes on the inside, because we don't want the grease to seep through the paper or the cardboard. And it's that plasticky coating that contains the chemicals. And especially when your food is warm, when you reheat your food, that tends to get the plasticky chemicals to seep into your food. We also worry it gets on our hands and gets in our mouths.
So if you're eating these at the restaurant, it's sort of okay because they're only in there for a minimal amount of time. It's when you're traveling with them, you take them home, you reheat them in those packages. It's when that stuff, the exposure could soak into your food. Okay, if we are soaking in these things, what are they doing to us?
So these chemicals, there's more than 4,000 of these PFAS chemicals, and they are endocrine disruptors, which means they mess up how our hormones work. So they can affect thyroid function, they can affect fertility, all kinds of different things. So we want to minimize our exposure as much as we can.
Well, and these are 3 ways that we can start doing this today, and it doesn't really cost any money. Great ideas, Dr. Matthew. By the way, listen, we are keeping her around for next hour. We're going to talk about hair loss. So we're getting a 2-for-1 special with Dr. Matthews. Stick around. We're going to be back right after this with more of Good Day Charlotte.